Hey guys, I'm Physique the Blessed, Secretary of the Wild Wolf Pack, and this is episode 15 of Ranting and Raving. And tonight's topic is polyamory. And to start us off, we have Joni Little.
Hi, I'm Joni. I am Versatile's legal wife. When Versatile and I first met, we met at Walk on Water. He and I didn't really have anybody at the time but each other. We went from the homeless shelter to homes to even the street. One night, he and I were even sleeping on a park bench in the freezing cold weather. And he didn't sleep out all that night, but to make sure that I was safe and secure, he held me in his arms and told me that everything was going to be okay. He told me that he was not a monogamous person, but that he could love me and support me and teach me. And he also told me that he and I were going to get married on like our second day of knowing each other. And I thought that was a bit crazy, but I just kind of brushed it off.
Yeah, but I think that is crazy.
Yeah.
He has an intuition about him.
Yeah.
He is the most amazing man that I've ever known. He's full of truth, honesty, loyalty.
He'll tell you about yourself. He needs to.
Yes, he will. Whether you like it or not, he'll tell you about yourself. And every single member of this wolf pack knows that. T-Lord, Southpaw, Orion, Savannah, Shay. We all know that. And all we do is respect him for it. We may not like it. Heck, I know I don't like it. But we know that is truth, because that's what he speaks in his music and in his life. His heart's full of truth and light. And that's the man that I've known and fallen in love with almost 4 years ago. And this family is one of truth and love. We're all truthful with each other. Brothers, sisters. That's what we are. We're brothers and we're sisters.
We encourage one another. We
Stand up for each other.
stand up for each other.
Pull out the best in each other, always.
We push for the best in each other. Even when it's areas where the best isn't there, we push until the best comes out. Yeah, we'll bring it out.
We'll bring it out and help each other climb to where we were, how we're supposed to be, where we need to be.
And all this wouldn't have happened without God and without Versatile. I think sometimes we forget how truly blessed all of us are. But in those moments, all we do is look at each other and look at our family and look at Versatile. And we just realize, we are one. And we do have each other's backs, no matter how lonely we may feel at times. We know that we can go to somebody or everybody, and they will comfort us, and love us, and be honest and true, whether you want to hear, no matter what you want to hear. We know that we all got each other's backs.
That sounds like the perfect day. We're by no means perfect. We are.
No, we're not
bigger.
Bigger,
But
we
at
fight.
the end of the day, we're still family. We're still going to love each other. We're going to make up and get over it and move on to the next thing. There's nothing that can really hold us back. Nothing at all.
Except for ourselves.
We're not doing that.
All the people that's been held back are out of the pack, out of our lives. People that don't need to be here, all the snakes, all the bad. They eventually let themselves shine and let their true colors show, and as you can see, they're no longer here.
You want to say a little something about y'all's relationship?
Well, me and Versatile met February of last year, actually. We just had our 1 year anniversary on the 27th of February. And we met through someone who used to be in the pack. Her name was Lauren. And I went to school with her a while ago. And she brought us here. She brought me and another girl, Jasmine, who also used to be in the pack, who I used to hang around, who was no good for me and bad for me. And we met him, and from that very moment when I met him, and I sat down in his kitchen, and we talked, and he told me a whole bunch of stuff about myself that I didn't want to admit at the time, that I knew was true, but I didn't want to realize about myself because I wanted to do me and be my own person, didn't want to have nobody tell me what to do. And it was, I'd say, the second day that I met him, we had a little get together at Lauren's house where she used to stay. And he sat me down in the room and he literally broke me down and had me bawling in tears because he brought up so much stuff that I was holding inside me, all the pain and hurt and what had happened to me in my past and that was holding me back. He's brought that out of me. And we talked, and it released some of the pain, but I still wanted to be my own person and do my own thing. So I actually got into a relationship with another guy who was in the pack. His name was Jermaine, and he was leading me down the wrong path. He would say a whole bunch of terrible things about Versatyle, like, oh, how he ain't nothing, I just want to use you. You see, he got 2 women in the house who don't like each other, and he's lying to them and doing this and doing that. And for a really, really, really long time, I believed him. I thought for a really long time that he loved me and that he cared about me, but all the while it was actually Versatyle, who actually saw me for who I was, who actually took care of me while I was down here, and who actually gave me a family and showed me what real love and real truth and how somebody was really supposed to love you and how that was supposed to feel. And I slowly started to realize what type of person Jermaine was. He was a no good person, he was a liar, he was a jealous person, and that he only wanted me as a trophy, as a physical person and not for the spiritual person that I am. And it was a couple good weeks before me and him broke up and me and Versatile actually got together. But me and him sat down and we talked outside about it, about how the relationship would be, and we talked about if I wanted to go out there and be with other guys, I'd just have to be honest with him and tell him about it, because he was going to be honest with me and tell me about it. And that's something I never had. I never had someone be honest with me, and if they were going to go sleep with another woman, they'd actually tell me and not hide it from me. And that's something I truly, really love and respect about him, is that he doesn't lie about what he does. What he does, and when he does it, it's not for a bad reason. He always has a reason behind the things that he do. And when he does it, it's to help and to heal and to help the hurt people out there. Like he's helped me, he's helped Joni, he's helped Savannah. So back to me and him talking when we first got together, we talked about I wanted to go out there. I decided that I didn't need to go out there and be with a whole bunch of other different guys, because I had the one person that I knew was going to love me for the true person that I am, and that everybody else out there is either going to use me, abuse me, tell me lies, not be truthful with me. And I probably had let it go on if I didn't meet him. I probably would have still been down that same path to a self-destructing lifestyle. Probably still been in the streets, because I got kicked out of my not in my parents' house anymore. I came down here with a friend, Jasmine, and we were moving from place to place, really nasty places, and done some terrible things. And this relationship that we have with me, Joni, and Savannah, it's one of the best it's the best relationship I have ever been in, only because it's the most truthful relationship that I've ever been in. It's with 2 people that I really do truly care about and love, and I know that these 2 ladies behind me love me as well. And it's not a hard relationship. It can get hard at times, things can get difficult, but that's any relationship. Every relationship is difficult. It's going to have its ups and its downs and its bumps in the road. But as long as you can get through it and talk to each other about it and still have that love for each other, then you can get over any obstacle that you go through. Me and Versatile have had many arguments and been through a lot, actually. And we've always seemed to bounce back and still love each other and still see each other for who we are. And I've actually wrote him something, I think it was yesterday, about how much I care about him and I see him for the person that he is, which is this person that wants nothing more than to help and to heal and to show the world that you don't have to lie, you don't have to put on all this makeup, or you don't have to look a certain way for you to be loved and for people to actually accept you. This family that we have is full of a bunch of different people, all weird. Everyone's weird. Even the dog is weird. Trina's weird. She's really weird. But that's how we all get together. We connect, we laugh, we joke. But when it's time to get serious and to help each other and to help other people out there, we snap right into it, get into our game, and do what needs to be done to get this world and get this all love movement going. And it's going, it's spreading on the internet, the radio, all over the world actually. And it's all love for me, for T-Lore, for my brothers, my sisters, for the babies, Ronan and King. I mean,
I'm Savannah, also Savvy. I came into this family a spur of the moment thing. I actually met at the gas station. I oddly wasn't even going to stop at that gas station. Never stop at that gas station. My roommate, who was horrible at the time, left my car on E. And here I see this guy who is asking me about my tattoos, and everybody asked me about my tattoos. So I thought he was just another everybody. And he straight up called me on my ego right there at the gas station and told me he was not trying to get in my pants, but I should check out his music. And here I go. I'm driving to work, Googling him.
I've Googled him too.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Start messing with him. And we sat down a couple days later and we were talking about the family, and he's telling me, and it just seemed unreal. Like, it seemed unreal, the amount of love that everyone had around. I had fallen out with my roommate not even hours after I left Versus. He told me to call him when I got home. It's a big thing he has with the family. He wants to know.
Yes.
He wants to make sure we were safe.
Safe and secure.
So I texted him and I told him the incident that I'd had. He was right there. He just jumped to it. I was even telling him, no, don't worry about it. And he was already on the phone. He helped me find a new place. We became friends. We were really just friends. He was more like a mentor, teaching me about this whole different life, where people are accepted and loved and cared for and honest. So honest with one another. Honest even if it hurts your feelings. But it's always honest to better. We didn't pay each other attention sexually. I never thought about polyamory. I could see that these two women were happy. I admired them. I really honestly thought that they were goddesses.
She
very,
said it a couple times.
yeah,
too.
very
Oh, yeah,
strong
a couple
individuals.
So
Because
proud of y'all.
I was like,
I don't know how you
could
do
never.
this. I can never do this.
But it just kind of happens. Seeing how he was with the ladies, with the babies. Oh, yeah, he's an amazing father, amazing brother. He's always got that big brother role where he's caring, constantly looking out for you, always wants your best interest. Even if you don't see it, he's got it.
Oh, yeah.
And he's the kind of man that you want. Like, he's the kind of man, like, I even told him a couple times, I'm going to have a guy come here, and you're going to have to train him. It just so happened that he just happened to be what I wanted. And it took me a while to see it. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy transition, overnight boom. Hell, we're still working on it.
Oh yeah.
We're all still working on it. But the thing about it is this is the most honest relationship that I've ever been in. Point blank. Everyone wants to look at it like it's so sexual that he has 3 women, but it's all about love. It really is.
We were forced into this.
Yeah.
Like we have no choice in our choices, or our mindset. Like we can't think for ourselves or make decisions for ourselves. No, we're on.
We all chose this. We
You know
know
what?
what we're getting into.
But we do this. We did this.
We knew what we were getting into when we started. It's not like he lied about,
I'm only gonna be a one-person man.
Yeah.
No. He told me from the get-go.
Joni. Oh, here's Savannah. No, you done it about Joni from the start.
He honestly is one of the best people that I know. He is a very selfless person. So fun to be around.
Oh.
Always joking. He's such a character. He's always making me laugh. He's been there for me when I needed to cry. He's, brought me to the point when I didn't even want to admit I needed to cry about
just
something.
Made you cry.
And just held me and picked back up the pieces. He's the kind of man that a lot of y'all need to aspire to be. Really, honestly.
A lot that you women need to look for and stop settling for less than you deserve.
Women, you need a man that's as honest as him.
That's going to treat you how you're supposed to be treated, like the queens that you are.
He's going to respect you. Respect your mind. Respect your spirit. And respect your body.
And want you to be the real you that you really are, not
the person they want you to be.
He accepts each of us individually. He loves each of us individually for who we are. And I don't feel like he loves Joni any more than he loves Shay or loves me any more than he loves them. We are equal in his eyes, and we honestly feel family.
We are
family.
We are one.
We are one.
We are one.
That's a lot of what this all love movement is about. There's many individuals that feel this way that shouldn't be shunned because they're not monogamous creatures. All love. He accepts us. Everybody should accept everybody.
For their good and their bad.
And everybody should love as truthfully and honestly as we do. Y'all would be way better off. Really. I've had so many men lie to me and tell me what they think I want to hear, when all I really needed was
to hear the truth.
To hear the truth.
What you need to hear instead of what you want to hear.
Yeah.
And so to wrap up this episode of Ranting and Raving, I am Twisted Blessed.
I am Savvy.
And I am Mrs. Omega the Fifth.
All
aka Joni.
All love, love and truth. And be back for next week's episode.
Bye, everybody.
No matter what they say bad about me, what they try to do to me, how they hate on me, I'm good. Dear Heavenly Father, this is my story, this is my ballad since the day of my conception. Preparations for this battle you have placed me in got me questioning your intentions, the reason for my survival and the purpose for my living. Gunshot to my face, it was a graze, yet I'm amazed that somehow inside of my brain that bullet didn't find its resting place. Yeah, I say my grace because your grace has been sufficient while I'm seeking my redemption and penance for my